I got another starting project for you, which you'll find attached to this lecture, of course. In there, run npm install once you downloaded it to install all the dependencies. And then with npm run serve, like always, you can bring up that development server and see this application on the screen. And here is what you should see on the screen once you load that. It's a very basic dummy application. It has no real purpose and it also has no interactivity. We can't do anything on this page as a user, but it allows me to dive deeper into components and show you some other core features. And we're then going to build a complete application from scratch and a more realistic application, of course, in the next module once we covered those important features we're going to talk about in this module. So let's dive into those features and let me quickly walk you through this dummy application here so that we're all on the same page. In main.js, I'm importing and registering a couple of components, the components you find here. In app.view, I'm using the header component, this badge list component, and also the user info component. To user info, we're passing some data via props. The data here is coming from inside the data object we have in our app.view file, so in this configuration for our main app. And then in the components, in user info, I'm getting those props and then I'm just outputting them here. I'm using the base badge component here and I'm passing more props to that. The base badge component also just has some basic markup. It's responsible for displaying these badges here, admin and author, which you can see on the screen. And in the base badge component, I just got a computed property for deriving this dynamic CSS class object, which is bound to the class attribute here. And I also got some styling. Actually, I got some styling in a couple of those components. The badge list component just shows all available badges in an unordered list. So here we're using the base badge again. So we're not just using base badge in the user info, but also in the badge list component. And the header component is a very simple component where I just render and style the header we're seeing on this page. So let's now see what we can learn about components, which we haven't learned already.